What's happening? Good to chat with you. I'm here with the host with the most, Miss Tina.
Don't start.
You know, what's up, babe?
Hi, honey. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm vibing. I'm relaxing. I got my water. My water. It's late.
As always. It's always after midnight.
Every time.
Every time.
That's how you have to give it to y'all. Raw, uncut, tired.
The time we should be resting our eyes.
Right.
We want to share with you guys.
Absolutely. So this is episode 3. Again, we're still young in this as far as, the number of episodes that we're putting out, but this has been a fun ride, and we appreciate everyone for taking the time and tuning in and rocking with us, not only on our podcast, but also just on IG in general. It's a family. We're a clique out there, so being able to really, talk to the family, connect with the family, share some of the beautiful news and businesses and great and wonderful things that we're doing out there and that you're doing out there. This is why we wanted to do this. Just take a completely different approach. I don't know, another podcast, babe, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, that focuses on highlighting Black business.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them have different segments within their podcast where they do, or, they find creative ways to incorporate it, but it's not,
right.
Or at least we haven't come across one that was specifically geared, but.
If there is, let us know.
Yeah, definitely share. And be sure to check out the Black business list down below as well in the description.
Check them out. Give them a like, give them a comment, and make sure you give them a follow. So tonight's episode, I guess, depending on when and where you're listening, we wanted to really dig into relationships. Us being married, being business owners, entrepreneurs, investors, being parents, we want to really create content focused around that. And again, episode 1, we focused on businesses, starting a business and the process to do that. Episode 2, we focused on parenting and what is it like to raise Black children in 2021. Today, we're going to dig into relationships from a dating perspective, from a engaged perspective, from a married perspective. A lot of good info. We really wanted to chop it up and bring it into you, bring it to the family, see what y'all think about it, get your opinion, get your feedback. And listen, it's relationships. It's hot out there. Is hot girl season really going to be a thing, or is it going to be
hot girl season,
hot mom season, or hot wife season?
Well, let's start by getting it right first. It's hot girl summer.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing, right? Hot girl summer. So yeah, a lot of the wives started saying hot wife summer.
There we go. That's what.
Last year, everybody was saying like hot girl summer, but I was pregnant with baby sister.
Right.
So I was awesome hot mom summer last summer. But this summer I'm just hot because it's been blazing. It's been
hella
like
hot.
What, 106?
106,
upwards to 100 or 200,
pushing
111. Yeah,
pushing 110. It's getting hot out here.
Like
for a lot of people that don't know, we're really focused in the Bay Area, Sacramento, the West Coast, but we get a lot of love on the East Coast, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, love you guys so much, and thank you for continuing to rock with us. That means everything.
All right, so let's get into it. All right, babe. So a lot has taken place since we came out and we shot episode 2. A lot has been going on. First and foremost, I want to say that Juneteenth just recently passed.
Yeah.
That's always a beautiful thing. A lot of people getting out, showing love to one another, supporting one another. And they actually signed a bill to make Juneteenth an official holiday.
Yeah,
so that's always big news. That's major. We had that off.
It is
so
a federal holiday, which means lots of places are closed.
Right.
People get the day off work paid, correct? Yeah, so that is big.
In other news, Father's Day just recently passed, so also shout out to all the fathers out there. Yeah. Black dads matter. Shout out to Black families, Black love, that's all of that. So major salute to all the kings out there that's really out there doing their thing, taking care of their kids, them babies, them step babies, them the little players on the team, the coaches. Shout out to them. Shout out to the mentors, everyone out there that's taking somebody underneath their wing and really trying to give them somebody to look up to. So major shout out to all the kings out there on Father's Day. The Olympics is coming up, baby. This is one of my favorite times of the year.
Yeah,
the Olympics only come around every 4 years. And me being a former collegiate track athlete, something that I take very serious and I'm passionate about and I absolutely love. So I wanted to shout out these 3 ladies that's really out there doing their thing. Who we got, babe?
Sister Simone Biles out there doing her thing, the gymnast, the greatest of all time.
The GOAT.
Yes, with her GOAT leotard. Yes, shout out to Simone Biles as well as Simone Manuel.
We are in the water.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Sure.
What you know about that? That's major.
Not all black people don't know how to swim.
Right. We for sure got one.
Mm-hmm. And Sha'Carri Richardson.
Right. That's our girl right there, switching up the hairstyle every race. Coming
got
out
her
there.
Lashes on,
Man,
nails
everything.
popping. Yes. So these are our role models for our babies. Y'all make sure that y'all showing the kids and making sure that they're aware that they can see the people that looks like them.
Out there doing amazing things. Absolutely. So shout out to those 3 sisters. You know, we watching, we following. We going to continue to big y'all up because what y'all doing right now is changing the world, shifting the culture, and just kind of, it's a beautiful representation for our babies. So special shout out to them. In the investing world, you know, Bitcoin, again, we talked about Bitcoin dropping in the second episode, but look, it bounced back, but it also took a huge hit again. So make sure y'all paying attention to that crypto world. Hey, if you into buying dips, now is the perfect time to do so. Bitcoin just recently jumped down under 30K for the first time in very long, and it's given, I think, negative returns for the first time during this year. So Bitcoin dropped down to 29K. Right now, it's probably a little bit above 30, so y'all go ahead and check that out. What's going on, family? This is G and Tina with the Black Business Clique podcast. Just a quick reminder, make sure if you haven't already, check down in the description below. You will find our preferred black business list. These are a list of preferred black businesses that we frequent, that we love, that we support, that we follow, and we want you to do the same. So make sure you check them out below. Like, share, follow, show some love, turn their page up.
Yes, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to click that notification bell so you will be notified when we upload new videos.
And make sure to follow us on IG at Black Business Clique. That's Black Business CLIQUE Clique. I wanted to take a couple of minutes and shout out our girl Shanti Refuge Journals. That's Shanti Refuge Journals over on IG at SHAWNTIREFUGEJOURNALS Shanti's Refuge Journals. She's specializing in journals that really focus on emotional wellness, mental health, physical health, manifesting goals, and make sure y'all click the link in her bio to support the movement, and make sure y'all follow that Shanti's Refuge Journals. Tap in, show her some love. Let's get into some black news. Shout out to our girl over at the Girls Cave LA. This is a beauty supply store that's based out of California and also has locations in Texas. We're celebrating Juneteenth, right? And they had a huge surprise. They got a special guest that popped in. Lizzo showed up, showed them some love. That's big for the city. That's big for the state. That's big for black businesses. So make sure y'all continue to support black business.
And don't forget our girl Gina Faye over there at Trim Goddess Body is opening her very first storefront. So in honor of her grand opening, all customers will receive 10% off. So make sure you follow Trim Goddess Body on IG for more information. That is Trim Goddess Body, TrimGoddessBody on IG. Make sure y'all show sis some love. And Comcast is really putting on for black businesses. I am extremely pleased with their efforts in supporting us.
Major bag alert.
Yeah, a lot of black businesses was hit really hard during the pandemic. And so Comcast has started a grant called Comcast Rise. And it's a grant for Black-owned businesses where you could receive up to, I think, $10,000, something like that. But the deadline is July 31st. So please, 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 if you're interested, think you might be interested, not really sure, just check it out and see. Let them tell you no. Apply, apply, apply. The money is out there. It's free. You do not have to pay it back. Remember, it's a grant, not a loan. So check out ComcastRise.com. That is ComcastRise.com. What else? I guess our Black Business Clique calendars.
It's that time of year. It's that time.
We are preparing for that. And those of you who supported us last year, we really appreciate you. I'm sure you guys are in love with the affirmations, the culture. You know, we really took our time creating something that we really wanted people to find useful, right? You know, and use on a daily. So this year is going to be even better. And, you know, you can definitely register now and get the early bird special, $10 to be listed and $50 for a feature. A feature is a dedicated page catered specifically to you and your business. So please, please, please let us know. Send us a DM if that's something that you're interested in. Again, right now, the early bird special is $10 just to be listed and then $50 for a feature.
That's right. Make sure you guys tap in with us. Also, special shouts out to Target. They've been really making a lot of big news out there. We wanted to show some quick love to them because they decided by 2025, they're going to spend more than $2 billion with Black-owned businesses. So if y'all got your business out there, keep popping, keep rolling, keep hitting the pavement. Let's get this. Let's get our gifts. Let's get our products. Let's get everything in the Target, and let's continue to get the bag. This is G and Tina with the Black Business Clique. This is Black News. Relationships, dating, marriage. How you know when you found the right one? That's what we won't touch on today. And like I mentioned earlier, I got the host with the most. I got the special guest. I got the wife with me, Miss T. And we really, really, really wanted to chop it up on this topic because we get a lot of questions. We're interested. We have questions ourselves. And wherever we can give any type of advice or seek any type of knowledge, we want to do that. So we're talking about dating. What you think about that, baby? We wanted to touch on this topic. So
what do I think about dating?
What do you think about dating? Why are we talking about dating?
Well, for starters, when dating, you have to be able to be vulnerable. You know, allow a person to see your genuine self. Don't try to be something you're not, because it's not going to hold up, right? You want to be open. You want to be honest. You want to be clear about your expectations, about any boundaries that you may have. So then very early on, you could already tell, do I want to continue investing my time with this person? You know? Because if not, then it's just going to be a lot of wasted time. And I feel like, you know, relationships don't last. Or the people hurry up, rush, and get married, or the marriage don't last. Because at the end of the day, they're not really ready to put forth the additional work it takes when they figure out it's certain things about a person that they don't like or that they're not really willing to put up with, if that makes sense. So I think when dating, you just, and especially in the very beginning, I know it's hard to be open. I know it's hard to maybe be honest about some things, but you have to, and it'll avoid heartbreak, you know, especially for women. You know, a lot of us, we have these expectations that we want or things that we think we, you know, want, but you stick around not really painting or trying to figure out what that may look like for you guys. You know, a guy, you may be a side piece, but you ain't even really tried to figure out exactly what's your role in that situation and how are you guys going to get to that phase where you hope to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. And that goes back to what you're talking about as far as being clear from the jump. Mm-hmm. And, what are the expectations? What are these boundaries? What are we trying to accomplish? We got to have some type of goal in place. Where are we going? Mm-hmm. So in that, right, one of the things that I really like to touch on and would like to talk a little bit more about is the do's and the don'ts at the beginning stages. We all have pet peeves. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you have some pet peeves. When you met me, like, oh, girl, look at this. Look at the side of his Cadillac. Ooh, it's toe up.
No, I didn't even see the side of the Cadillac. Remember, I was going to say, you parked on the good side. So I didn't see all of that. Not that it would have changed anything, but yeah, I didn't get a chance to see that part of you yet.
Gotta be smooth with it. So some of the do's and don'ts, right? You're at the beginning stages. You're just kind of getting to know each other. You think that, hey, this is somebody that I can see myself with long term. Mm-hmm. And again, we all going into it with, do's and don'ts that we like, our pet peeves. So let's say, for example, for me, some of the just absolute don'ts is, if we go into a restaurant, a nice restaurant, if I'm taking you out to a restaurant because I'm trying to get to know you, being that loud, beat up the waiter, beat up the waitress, give them a hard time while we're trying to enjoy ourselves and enjoy our dinner, I don't like that. That's a don't for me. That's a no. That's a no for me. So, that's one of my pet peeves. What about you, Bet?
One of my pet peeves was, I guess, don't expect me to pay.
Okay, we don't have to talk about that.
And by paying, I mean cover everything. Like, I'm cool with paying my portion. I'm fine with that. But if you broke, say that. Don't try to, you want to go somewhere and then we get there, you looking at me like, bruh, I'm going to need you to not try to invite me somewhere knowing you ain't got no money.
Okay, but that can go both ways.
Yeah, very much so.
Women very much too be like, okay, you want to take me out, let's go out. I want to go to this restaurant. Like the video that we saw where old girl, dude been asking to go out for X amount of time.
Salt Bay.
And you want to take the Salt Bay. That's where you want to go for your first date? And then get mad because
he want to spend time after.
Right, you trying to get on. Like, okay, I didn't have my steak. I'm out. My tomahawk. So, I mean, again, that goes both ways, You have to set those limitations or you have to set those boundaries early on, like what you were talking about earlier. So, okay, hey, you want to go to Salt Bay? Cool. Let's talk about this.
Right, and I think that's what I'm saying because I feel like very early on, if I'm always paying the bill very early on, then I'm setting the tone for what's going to happen in our relationship. Absolutely. And that is not something I'm going to put up with. Maybe another woman will, but I know I don't want to deal with that. So let me just nip this in the bud very early on. Thanks for hanging out. It didn't work. Wish you the best of luck. And I'm going to move right along. I'm not going to keep investing my time wasting on this person that I know ultimately I'm not going to like that. Eventually it's going to wear off and I'm going to be like, you know what? It's already worn off within this first date. So let me get on. But yeah.
Okay. So for me, another one I'll say is chip nail polish. I don't know why. I've always been like this as a kid. And I'm not saying, you just got like a little piece here and there, but when it just be like a little smudge on one finger and the other fingers don't be painted, little stuff like that. Like I just don't know why you even come out the house like that. But that's just my pet peeve.
You come out the house.
Right. I'm just saying. Just take that little smudge off and keep it pushing, or paint them all. Why you gonna have? I don't know.
I guess that's how they do it in Palmdale, huh?
Hey, that's how they do it. Straight up. Everywhere. LA, Palmdale, Miami, Long Beach, the Bay. Y'all be out here with your little nails chipped off, looking.
Mine chipped right now. They ain't just a little smudged. Like how you talking about?
Right.
But
you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you talking about. Yeah, but I mean, that's your thing, and you are entitled to that. And look, sis, it ain't gonna work because you got this shit.
Sounds crazy as hell. But that's why I appreciate you, because you're one to always make sure that your nail is tip top, both hands and feet. So I appreciate that. Little things like that go a long way.
Here we go.
What about bad hygiene? I think that's always pretty bad too. You don't want to go on a date with somebody that stank, breath stank, clothes stank, car dirty, breath funking. That's always major.
Then you already know that, okay, this person's dirty, so I know their house is dirty.
What that crib look like?
Yeah, so it's nothing else.
The mattress on the floor.
And I know, wait, hold on, y'all.
TV
I know y'all probably
floor.
like, damn, they going to the extreme. They going to the extreme. But, I mean, these are the type of things that you may decide, you know what, I don't like him.
I don't like his mattress on the floor.
Right. No, but seriously, that's something that's a deal breaker. If you find out things about a person that you do not like, that you know is going to be a deal breaker, like chipped nail polish. What was that?
Bad hygiene.
These things, don't do it. Don't waste your time, because it's not going to last. The very first time stuff get rough, you're going to exit. Why save you or that person a heartache and just go on about your business?
So one more. What about, and I'm glad this is something that wasn't an issue for us, but when you go on a date and that other person is just on the phone.
Yeah.
The whole time, like, yo, are you good? Is everything good at the crib? Are you texting somebody? Are you here mentally, on this date? Are you just here to
You can't even really see the chemistry.
Right.
You don't even know if there's any chemistry there. Well, I guess it wouldn't be if the person looking down on their phone, but they don't. You haven't really met the person, because they haven't gave you that opportunity by opening up to you, or at least that's how I feel. So, and that was one thing I really appreciated about you during the time that we were dating. When you could, y'all, he didn't have no phone. So he probably like, damn, he didn't have no hairboard, he didn't have no phone, he didn't have no sheets on his bed.
Stuck in it. Damn, that nigga savage.
I'm sorry, babe. I don't mean to bust you out like that. I'm not saying it like that.
All good.
Oh God, I can't believe it. I'm sorry.
And I don't want y'all to think like, man, he was homeless or something. I wasn't homeless. I was just new to the Bay.
Yeah.
I was frugal. My first couple weeks in the Bay was rough. Yeah. I had family out here, but it wasn't like, oh, hey, you coming down to the Bay, come kick it with us.
Or you could stay here.
Right. Nah, it wasn't like that at all. So I was bouncing from crib to crib. I was bouncing from hotel to hotel, motel to motel. Got to the point where, okay, man, I might have to just, kick it in the whip. It was rough coming into the Bay. But luckily, listen, it's little things like that that's going to determine, your time while you're here. So, lo and behold, I'm glad I went through that, because now I got baby in the house. We good.
He got a phone.
I got a phone. Shout out to Cricket.
Yes.
All right. So we made a lot of good points, at the first beginning, just kind of talking about dating in that first phase of dating in a relationship. So I think one of the major topics is, in which the actual title of the show is, how do you know when you met the one? When do you know? You've been getting to know this person for X amount of months, however long it takes, or years, and you're like, you know what, this is the person that I can see myself spending the rest of my life with. So at what point, babe, did you know that this is the man that I want to be with? This is the one.
November 2016. We had been dating and stuff, but I didn't get a chance to. I met his mom. His mom came down for Thanksgiving, and we went to your job. I don't know none of the people from his job at all, but we would ride into the city together, because I was working in the city and he was working in the city as well. So I would drop him off. That's it. I never got out and went in the building. So when I walked in, he was like, oh, yeah, my mom and my girlfriend. And I'm like, girlfriend? And they're like, oh, Tina's here. And I was like, wait, what? Hold on.
I knew you was going to say this story.
Everybody here knew about me, and I didn't even know about me, because, mind you, he never said, okay, so, like, we're a thing. Like, he never said anything. So I didn't know that we were like officially dating, yeah, I was seeing him, yeah, you know, but he never officially gave me a title ever. But apparently, you know, he had told everybody else. So I was like, okay.
And Babe was so loud that day.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was like, oh my God. But it is what it is.
I don't know.
That's why I love you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, my turn. How did I know that you were the one? I think, again, it's a couple occasions that really stuck out. I say just at the beginning stages when you came into an apartment situation with 3 males living there. Mm-hmm. And y'all can imagine in Oakland, in an apartment, 3 men. Oof, it can get real in there. You can imagine what that refrigerator looked like. So, I mean, in no time, whenever Babe come over, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna clean your refrigerator. I'm like, you ain't gonna do that. Lo and behold, she cleaned the refrigerator. I mean, that fridge was so bad. It was so nasty.
God. No, backspace delete. I kept saying, well, why? Because every time we will always go out to eat. Yeah, and I'll be like, why you never cook dinner for me? And then even for him, because like we would drive from the city back and then I get ready. He like, oh, let's stop and get some food. And I'm like, why you don't ever want to cook? Y'all, I went in that refrigerator. I was like, oh. You can't cook. You can't buy groceries. You can't do anything. So at that point, I wasn't thinking about me or us. I was just thinking about him and being able to feed himself and, you know, make sure he got some stuff to take for lunch and, you know, stuff like that so that he can survive in this new environment that he had been in. Because he was telling me, you know, just again, that situation that you had getting into that space. You know, so yeah, you can finish now, but the refrigerator was terrible, y'all.
Right.
Terrible.
So she jumped in like a champ, handled that. So that showed me, okay, she a little domesticated. She don't mind jumping in, putting on some gloves and cleaning the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And at that time, which was kind of new to me, the people I dated previously, they weren't about cleaning. They weren't domesticated. So that was new to me. So that obviously stuck out. But also, if you recall, in that same apartment, I got very sick. And I guess I wouldn't say I'm the one that gets sick pretty often, but I got pretty sick. And again, I don't really have no family out here in the Bay. You know, it's just me out here just thugging it, trying to do my thing, trying to make something happen, trying to make things shake. And she took the time to really come over, nurse me back to health, make sure I had my teas, make sure I had my vitamins, make sure I had chicken noodle soup, and really help bounce me back. And that goes a long way again because, like I mentioned, I don't have family out here, but that shows me that you're nurturing. That shows me that, hey, no matter what it is, if you're down and out, I'm going to get you back. And I figured, okay, man, if she could do that for me, she could do that for our kids. That's what I'm thinking, kids at that point. So I'm like, okay, cool. I know she'll be a phenomenal mom. And then she works in public service, right? So she loves serving the community, loves serving other people. So that goes a long way. So just kind of, you know, taking that into consideration, knowing that, you know, one of the things that you said in our first couple of dates was like, I really feel like that we can have lunch and dinner with the Obamas, and then we can go and thug it out somewhere else. And I really felt the same. I'm like, yeah, we could vibe wherever. You know, we could dress it all up. You know, we could be professional and something professional. But I'm very much cool sitting down on the corner or sitting down on the sidewalk eating some ribs. Straight up.
Oh yeah, we know how you like to stop on the side of the road. Right. Y'all, I don't care where, we could be in the middle of the desert. If it's a restaurant or a food truck,
that'd be the best ones.
Or anything on the side of the road, he gonna pull over and want to go in there. Right. I'm very skeptical though. I let him try it.
Right. So, I mean, those were a few things that, you know, just kind of cemented that, and I was like, okay, this is the person that was created for me, that I'm supposed to spend my life with, that I'm supposed to build with. And that's what we've been doing ever since. What would be some advice, I guess, that you would give now from your perspective as being, you know, you're a young wife, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, what advice would you give the listeners, whether, again, somebody's single and dating, somebody's in a long-term relationship, short-term relationship, married, no matter what it is, what's your advice in general, just from a young married African American queen, host with the most.
Mm-hmm.
All that.
Be happy with that person the way that they are. You know, you can't change a person. You can't make them be who you want them to be. So you can't fall in love with the potential. You know, you have to let that person be who they are. If they're content with who they are, then there's nothing that you can say or should say or do to change that. So I think that's the biggest thing. You know, making sure that you're enjoying that time that you guys spend together. And it don't feel like a chore. You know, and that goes back to having those clear expectations and boundaries, you know, so that way you know, okay, again, these are things that I'm willing to accept, and these are the things that I'm not. Okay, cool. The things that I'm willing to accept outweighs the things that I'm not, and I can deal with that.
Okay. Good. That was very, very, very well articulated. For me, I want to kind of go back to what you were mentioning when you said you have to continue to plant that seed, continue to, you know, don't get complacent. Don't think that, hey, now that we're married, hey, that's it. Go accomplish. Let's just keep on, you know, doing what we're doing. Let's get stagnant. That's not the case. And I like to talk about this from an investment perspective because I'm an investor. You're an investor. We're entrepreneurs. So I always look at it as, let's continue to invest in one another. But, you know, what's your definition of investment? Because that can be several different things. So when I say that, that's investing time. That's investing love. That's investing resources. That's investing knowledge. I might come across a book or I might learn something that I want to plant into you. Because, again, something may happen to me. I know that you can continue to use that information to move forward and make things shake. So really continuously planting that seed, growing that person, teaching that person. And the more that, you know, the more shares you buy in a stock, you know, the more money that you put into it at the end of the day, you know, the stock market is 10% growth year over year. So you're going to see a return. And the same with your marriage. The more that you grow, continuously feed it, continuously push forward, go in the right direction, continuously date, continuously learn more about each other, continuously learn more about yourself, you know, and find out what makes you shake. What are some of your triggers? What are some of your, you know, things that make you feel good, and continue to communicate and articulate that. You know, that goes a long way. So continuously feed that marriage, continuously invest in that marriage so it could be fruitful, you know, sometime in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. This is G and Tina with the Black Business Clique podcast. Real excited. We went to the post office today and looks like we got a nice package from our girl over at Tracy Ambrose Rap.
Yes, I am extremely excited about this one.
We're real excited too, man. And first, before we even get into this review, first and foremost, we appreciate you, Tracy, for rocking with us. We appreciate you for sending us in. That's all love. But I wanted to do a special shout out to you because, family, if y'all are not following sis, she is very active on the gram. Her content is fire. She's always spitting out new content
every day.
That's the beauty about it. If you want to grow as an entrepreneur on social media and on IG,
gotta grind.
You got to put that work in, and she absolutely puts that work in. So I love logging in. I love seeing what she's doing. She's gonna spit out fresh new content every day, and she's always out there really promoting her brand, and that's what it's all about. What we got, babe? What we got?
Yeah, so I have a head wrap. Super duper cute. Really cute head wrap. It's very thick. Tracy is known for that classy, bohemian chick kind of look. Everything is handmade, crocheted to be exact, but this isn't the typical, what do you use to crochet? Like, this isn't the typical,
material maybe?
Yeah, but crochet, you use yarn, right? This isn't something that you just walk into Joann's or something and find. This is like high quality luxury. I could see Gucci or somebody wanting to create a knockoff, because it would be knockoff at that point. This is an original piece by Tracy herself. So.
Yeah, that's no cap at all, because when I see it, I'm holding it. It's in my hands right now. This isn't something that I felt before. Especially for like a headband or anything like that, and it feels really good. Like, it's really soft to the touch.
Y'all know, like the turban look that people are wearing now. Basically, it's a turban, but it's crocheted with a really nice.
So
I don't even know what type of material. Super cute. Has a cute blinged out brooch. Y'all, I'm gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna post some videos on IG. Be on the lookout for that. In the meantime,
too, babe. What is that? What else you got?
Oh,
she sent
that's
you two
right.
things.
I do. Hold on, let me see.
I like this though. This
I
is
think
nice.
it may be one of her wraps. It seemed kind of big. Oh, babe, this is a purse. It's a clutch. Oh my gosh. And you know how I feel about my oversized clutches. Like, all these small clutches. Like, that's the whole reason of having a clutch, is to have something, when you're going out, that is not super heavy. But I still need space. And this is perfect. I can fit all my little makeup, little spray, my phone, my money, my ID, everything. Yes, everything that I need.
I low-key didn't even know that was a purse. Like, I thought it was some type of scarf or some type of wrap or something like that. But the fact that that's a purse, that's actually really dope.
Yes.
Got the little magnetic buttons
and it's
popping.
so thick. Yeah, it does. So then that way everything inside the bag is going to be secure. It's magnetic. It's together. It's not going nowhere. Yes, it's so thick.
Yeah, it's heavy as hell, too.
And every stitch, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, it's not a stitch out of place. Oh, my gosh, Tracy, you did your thing, girl. Know that. So if you in the LA area, Tracy is now being sold at Soul Folks in Leimert Park. Y'all better pull up. And when I say, like, everything is handmade, she also has other accessories, purses, head wraps, wraps that you could wear on your shoulder. They can double over as a swimsuit cover up, earrings. Sis got it all. So y'all make sure you are following her. If you're not, do yourself a favor. Okay, Tracy Ambrose Wraps on IG. That is TracyAmbrosewrap. Be sure to go like and follow sis. Again, thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate you so much. I love seeing you on IG. It's like a breath of fresh air. I know I don't have to go searching for a whole bunch of content. You're going to have it right there, live and direct for the people to easily access. Figure out where you at. Leimert Park. Y'all keep saying, I cannot stress it enough. Pull up. You will definitely be pleased.
So the detail on this and the craftsmanship is I can't even get over it, because I'm looking even at the label, like the tag inside the hair wrap. Like, that's really
That's
dope.
why I said I can see one of these luxury brands knocking it off. And I say knock off because Tracy, this is an original design by her. So, I can definitely see Gucci trying to make one. Or, Louis Vuitton or one of these like high-end brands. Probably Gucci though, but yeah, this is definitely going to be in my rotation real heavy, especially once it start getting a little colder. Right. Now it's been like 115. Right, so, yeah, but I'm also super duper juiced about this.
We're going to be in SoCal in October.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, what we like to do? We like to pull up on the family from the Clique. Tracy is officially from the Black Business Clique, so we're going to pull up to Leimert Park and show some love. This is beautiful. I really, really, really like this. I can't wait for wifey to put it on.
I know, I'm super excited.
a lot of time has gone into her products. You can
yeah.
obviously tell.
Yeah, that's why I said there's not a stitch, nothing out of place. I mean, this is something that you see in those, like the luxury boutiques when you go shop on like Rodeo Drive or something like that. Like, I can't stress it. And it has that like bohemian, super comfortable feel, but you can still dress it up and be real classy. You can go to brunch. You can, go to dinner. You can take a stroll in the park. And, you can still wear it across a variety of different settings. But thank you, sis. I cannot appreciate you enough. And I am super stoked to put it on. I can't wait to do my video now.
Hey, this is G and Tina. This is a review from the Black Business Clique podcast.
Y'all know we love the kids, so we are going to get right into our child entrepreneur of the evening. We have Zoe Knows LLC in the building, y'all. She is 4 years old. I mean, I am blown away by that alone. Shout out to Zoe Knows. Zoe started her LLC in July 2020, where she really wanted to share her passion of gardening, crafts, and more. So she started with a small cucumber garden and then turned those cucumbers into pickles. And ever since, she's been adding new additional items. So some of the things includes, oh, that's good, apple butter. In the fall, she picks apples and make apple butter. She also has soaps for sensitive skin under her You Glow Girl collection. This came about because Zoe has eczema, and so she created a line that was gentle enough for all skin types. Imagine that. That's something that we all struggle with. I know myself and my baby struggle with eczema, so I'm really excited to see her out here doing things that not only benefit herself, but also others and support the cause that we all deal with. So shout out to Zoe. And she also has bird houses that are custom painted. And she picks out the colors, the accessories, everything, as well as her hand-drawn note cards. So I am super proud of Zoe. She's only 4 years old. I know she's definitely going to be going places in life. Shout out to her parents for really owning her interest and taking it to the next level, allowing her to really embrace that entrepreneurship mindset at such a young age. That is really dope. So shout out to them. Shout out to Zoe. Make sure you guys go follow her on IG at Zoe Knows 2017. That is ZOEKNOWS 2017. Zoe Knows on IG. You guys make sure that you go follow her, connect your kids with her so that they can see that, yes, children their age are starting businesses. This needs to become the norm for our babies. So make sure you guys go follow Zoe Knows, like, follow, support.
What's going on, family? We appreciate you guys sticking with us, staying tuned. This is the Black Business Clique podcast. And y'all just like us. This is our favorite segment, right? So you know what we're getting into. Mm-hmm. This is Black Love. All right. Caller, who we got?
Hello, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hold up, babe.
Yes.
Oh, shit. What's going on, babe?
Hello, honey. I had to call. Yes, you know I had to call. I don't never get a chance to call. So that's why I wanted to take a step away. With it just being Father's Day and everything, I thought this would be a great time for me to express my love and appreciation for you and everything that you do around here to support our family. You are an amazing father to our children, and words really cannot express my gratitude. And I thank you for your many sacrifices, for making this thing called life easy for me. We're new to this whole parenting thing, and I mean, you just make it easy for me, and I'm grateful. And honestly, you pour so much into us. Me, the kids, work, everything else, you know. Um, I want to be able to pour more into you. You deserve that. And so I just want to take some time to say thank you for being an amazing father, for being an even more phenomenal husband, and, continuing to encourage me, motivate me, teach our kids. Like, it's been nothing but a blessing these last, 6 years, going on 6 years. I'm really grateful that God saw fit to really bless our union, to bless us with 3 beautiful babies. And I truly love you and appreciate you. And I hope you enjoyed your Father's Day. And, of course, we're going to celebrate many more, but this one in particular, I wanted to take some time and shout you out during Black Love.
Hey, Black Love. Hey, that was me. That wasn't even the soundboard.
Oh, thank you.
Babe got me over here blushing, but it's all good. They can't see me. The lights is low. But I appreciate you calling in, babe, for really taking in and chopping it up with us and saying those very,
no
very,
problem
very
at all.
nice and kind things. I really appreciate that. You know how much I love you and our
I
boys
mean
and our
every
baby
word
girl.
of it. I mean every word of it. So it's all you. I'm just stating facts.
Okay, well, hey, I couldn't do it for anybody else. So I love you. Appreciate you calling in. This is Black Love.
As always, you guys, before we get out of here, I want to leave you guys with a few words of wisdom. And I'm hoping that it's something that you can carry along with you. You can discuss with whoever it may be. Feel free to come leave a comment in the comment section. Let's create some dialogue and talk about this. Because dating is something that, especially a lot of millennials, it seems like, they're struggling with and trying to figure out what's some of the, ways that people are successfully dating, successfully getting to that next phase. So one of the biggest things that I found is continuing to plant seeds in your relationship and continuing to build one another up. Looking at your neighbor, looking at their grass, it may look like it's a little bit greener, but the only reason why it may look that way is because they're taking care of it. They getting out there, they planting those seeds, they watering it, they getting them hedges out, they, taking care of it, picking out the weeds. They're taking care of their lawn. So you have to be proactive in taking care of your lawn as well. Continuing to build one another, that's something you can't stop. Once you have a person, you have to continue to intentionally pour into that person. And that's something that I feel like we're still learning. We're still trying to figure out exactly how to do that, because we pour so much out in other places. But it's important to get, refilled and recharged. So don't stop, keep going, keep dating, keep motivating with each other, definitely appreciate one another. So as always, we're wishing you peace, love, productivity. Until next time.